Yesterday's producer live letter has concluded, and the biggest takeaway is the job actions trailer and explanations offered by the devs for the upgraded level 100 cap. The job action trailer itself is 21 minutes long, and I ain't got no time to discuss shits I don't even play. So we will be focusing only on tanks based on the trailer and explanation by Yoshi P. This is Levine and welcome to my Tile Talk. First off, we will discuss the main adjustments for the whole tank role. The first one being Rampart and the 30% dedications like Sentinel, Vengeance, Shadow Wall, and Nebula that will be upgraded. We know this already from the benchmark trailer, so it's not surprising at all. What's interesting for me is, however, the upgraded reprisal duration of 15 seconds. This might mean that they will add longer mechanics that we will need to mitigate throughout, like Giga Flare in DSR's last phase, or if I'm thinking too much about it, it's still a good change, as it gives us a leeway for reprisal timing. So with that in mind, let's start with the first class, the sassiest of them all, Paladin. There's not much change from Paladin's gameplay. Basically what they did is they changed the last two atonement animation to make it less boring, I guess. But what piques my interest with Paladin is this action after the Requiescat cut here. It might be a new GCD triggered by the Requiescat cut, but we don't know for sure. Unfortunately, this action was not addressed further during the explanation, so we will have to wait until the media tour. Then they add a new Confiteor combo, which is understandable with the new level cap. The animation looks okay, I think, but I expected a bigger blade than Blade of Valor or more swords maybe. Lol. Also mentioned during the explanation that Goring Blade is only executable after Fight or Flight, which for experienced players, this doesn't really change anything. But for newer players, it actually helps them not to drift Goring Blade outside Fight or Flight. So it's overall a really good change, I think. Rotation wise, I don't think anything is going to change too much, but the Atonement combo will most likely be outside of Fight or Flight. Next up is Warrior. This right here is the upgraded animation for Inner Chaos, which looks very cool. I personally think Warrior deserves this change since their animation is very outdated compared to the newer classes. Other than that, they kept every animation pretty much the same, but the new Vengeance which we saw already on the benchmark trailer. Then this is the new action triggered after 3 file clips during the inner release, which is very cool. I just hope this action is a new button so I can fill my hotbar and remove this Orthos potion and low blow that I put just to fill out my warrior hotbar. And of course, the upgraded follow-up to Primal Rant with this fantastic animation. For this one, I really hope that this follow-up didn't lock our animation too much like Primal Rant did. I don't want Warrior to be like Dragoon and die to Exo Flares because of animation lock. That definitely didn't happen to me during a sure clear run in DSR. The next one is Dark Knight. The Edgy Boy overall is simplified, which I don't really like, especially if this class becomes too easy to play while still being the hardest hitting tank in the game. But we still don't know that till the media tour, so I'm still hoping. But the baseline is that they removed Blood Weapon and put its effect into Delirium. What we saw here is the new Delirium combo. This is basically like Atonement, but they changed all the Blood Spiller into this. And Blood Spiller is only when you use the gauge. It looks pretty cool though. The interesting part is actually this part where they summon Living Shadow, but it didn't consume any gauge, so we might be seeing something like Felcleave where the 3 charge of Delirium combo actually triggers Living Shadow, but we still don't know for sure. But this sure makes it a lot easier for gauge management. Then this is the upgraded Shadow Wall, looks cool. And lastly, this new fancy action that can be triggered after summoning Living Shadow, which I think we already see in PvP, so it's nothing really new. The last one is Gunbreaker, which is my main class and the one I'm most excited about. The first thing that makes me really fucking happy is the fact that we don't have 4 cartridges, which will overcomplicate a lot of stuff. Thank God. Then we take a look at this new upgraded Nebula and what seems like a new gap closer that doesn't deal any damage. Just like Dark Knight, which means less button to press during the No Mercy window. Or maybe this could also be triggered by the lightning shot, but we don't know for now. First off, the one that we already saw, the continuation to Faded Circle, which is great for ads to ensure gain on 2 or more enemies. And after that is the interesting part, where just like Paladin, Sonic Break can now only be executed after No Mercy, which is very good for beginners, but again, it doesn't change anything if you are a seasoned player. The last one that we also already knew from the Dynamite stuff in the previous video is this 3-chain combo triggered by Bloodfest. Just like how Confiteor is triggered by Request God. They really are pairing Gunbreaker with Paladin and Warrior to Dark Knight, which I don't really like, but I kinda understand why they did it. Personally, rotation wise, I think this 3 combo will possibly make us unable to spend all of our cartridges inside the No Mercy window with the burst strikes. But if they extend the No Mercy to 25 seconds, we might, which I don't think is going to be the case. But it's actually not a bad thing that we have full cartridges after the first burst window, since it will be easier for us to maintain 3 cartridges till the next burst window rather than filling the cartridge from 0. And the most important thing is that this 3-chain combo looks really cool, so overall I'm really happy about these changes. So what about you? What do you think about the tank changes for 7.0? I'm actually really excited to see how it really goes in the media tour. So let me know in the comment section down below what do you think about it, and that's it. See you next time.